If the United States is attempting to get other countries to purchase these so-called 100-year non-tradable zero-coupon bonds, there's only one possibility. Those countries would have to be the defeated nations that lost in war are the only ones that might sign such a humiliating, unequal agreement. I can't even imagine the kind of logic America elites are working with. If they admit that America is on the brink of a debt crisis, it means America is no longer powerful enough to force other countries into signing such a disgraceful deal. If they had the ability to make others sign such agreements, there wouldn't even be a need for America to be saved in the first place. Hello, I'm Jeffrey. Welcome to Just Spit Out As Today, April 230, 2025. I want to talk about the Mar-a-Lago agreement is pure nonsense. There has been a lot of buzz about a proposed political agenda for Trump, with the Mar-a-Lago agreement being a central point. One of its most significant aspects is supposed to resolve America's debt crisis. How, you ask? The plan mainly revolves around debt restructuring and debt swaps. The main idea is to have other countries buy 100-year, non-tradable zero-coupon bonds. Honestly, reading that part left me completely dumbfounded. It goes against every basic principle of finance. Let's take a look at the supposed Mar-a-Lago agreement itself. It was proposed by Stephen Millen, the chairman of Trump's Economic Advisory Committee, in a report from November 2024. The idea behind it is to restructure the global trade system. Here's a quick rundown of its main points. Debt restructuring and America debt swaps, proposing that foreign-held America Treasury bonds be swapped for 100-year non-tradable zero-coupon bonds to ease America's debt interest burden. There's also a plan to reassess America gold reserves and assets like Bitcoin, bring them into a sovereign wealth fund to improve America's fiscal situation. There's a focus on devaluing the dollar and coordinating exchange rate policies, encouraging the dollar's decline while asking major trading partners like the euro, Japanese yen, and RMB to appreciate, which would boost U.S. manufacturing competitiveness by renegotiating international financial agreements. The aim would be to encourage foreign central banks to sell some of their dollar reserves, pushing up their own currencies while shifting remaining reserves into ultra-long-term U.S. Treasury bonds. The idea also includes dividing the world's economies into different tariff blocks based on cooperation with America, with differential tariff policies. Countries accepting debt swaps or increasing security spending would enjoy lower tariffs, while those that don't would face higher ones. NATO allies would be required to boost their defense spending from 2% of GDP to 5% in exchange for trade benefits to relieve America's military burden. The sections on tariffs and defense spending align quite closely with current developments, adding some credibility to the rumored Mar-a-Lago agreement. But honestly, the core idea using tariff wars and trade deals to get other countries to buy 100-year non-tradable zero-coupon bonds still feels absurd, like pure nonsense. Sometimes I feel like Americans have been so used to living in a world of hegemony that they just think everything should stay the same. It's like they believe they can dominate the world and whatever they say goes. According to this supposed Mar-a-Lago agreement, they've even created something called the 100-year non-tradable zero-coupon bond, which is just beyond belief. A 100-year non-tradable bond with zero interest. Is that really even a bond? It has no interest, can't be traded, and won't mature for a century. Who knows if America will even exist in 100 years? This is absurd. I think the brains behind this idea are probably not made of anything more intelligent than glue, maybe even worse. They seem to think that whatever they say, others have to comply. Even if it's America colonies like Japan, South Korea, or Europe, they can't be 100% forced into these kind of deals, can they? Buying these bonds is practically the same as just handing over money to America. If such bonds actually exist, they'd be worthless in financial terms. For the Americans to try and force others to buy these bonds, they must be out of their minds. Let's do some quick math to show just how absurd this 100-year zero-coupon, non-tradable bond idea is. Looking back 100 years, America dollar was not yet the global currency it is today. In 1925, America was on the brink of the stock market crash and the Great Depression. It wasn't until 1944, after World War II, that the Bretton Woods system was established. The core of Bretton Woods was the dollar being tied to gold and other currencies tied to the dollar. That made the dollar the core of international trade, at least in the Western world. At that time, gold was valued at $35 an ounce, but by the 1970s, the Bretton Woods system had already collapsed. America was in a fiscal crisis, printing money to fund the Vietnam War, leading to serious inflation. The dollar depreciated so much that France's Charles de Gaulle threatened to send a navy to bring back America gold reserves. In the end, Bretton Woods dissolved. Now, let's look at the last 80 years. Back in 1944, 1 ounce of gold was worth $35. Today, the price of gold in New York futures is over $3,300 an ounce. That means in less than 100 years, the dollar's value in terms of gold has depreciated by nearly 100 times. So, if any country has even a bit of common sense, they would know that a 100-year zero-coupon U.S. bond, which could easily depreciate by 100 times, is something they would want to sell off the minute they got their hands on it. And if America adds a restriction that it's non-tradable, well, then it's essentially just a worthless piece of shit. Buying a $1 trillion bond now, and in 100 years it's worth 1/100th of that. That's just $100 billion, basically a bad joke. If America is seriously trying to get other countries to buy these so-called 100-year, non-tradable zero-coupon bonds, there's only one possibility. They're the defeated ones. Only a defeated country, one that lost a war, could possibly sign such a humiliating, unequal agreement.